just a little bit away from first pitch. Today's starting pitcher, number 82. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Sal Frelick leading things off and takes a strike. And that one fouled off. Oh, 2 now. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Sal Frelick.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. You know, that's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
William Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one is downstairs. And the count is 1-1. 1 out, base is empty. Check swing, and he went 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone. Now it's Christian Yelich. That's off the inside corner. And that's ball 1. And that's through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
2 out, space is empty. Pitch misses there, and the count is 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting 4th, center fielder Jackson.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Batting 5th, second baseman Bryce Terang.
This is Bryce Terang. That one outside. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a foul out of play. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one sliced foul. Two on, 2 outs. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2-2 now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It's going to fall for a hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Next for the Brewers, Isaac Collins.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Next pitch is inside, and now it's even 1-1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Ripped on a line. Nimmo makes the catch, and that's the third out. Back here at Citi Field. And today's starting pitcher, Freddie Peralta. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time. And the drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Starling Marte up to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One down, base is empty.
No, that's a ball.
That's too low. And that's ball 3. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Fouled off left side. That's hard hit on the line. 2 away.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Pete
Okay, let's check out the
Alonso.
lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Francisco Lindor.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that's the inning. Mets strand 1, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in
Leading
Queens,
off for the
second inning
Brewers,
set
first
to go.
baseman,
Up
Jake
now for
Bauers.
Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. Bauers hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2013. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. In the air, out towards left center. Nimmo makes the grab on the run.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders
Batting
get
8,
about 10
shortstop,
minutes of
Joseph
balls
Ortiz.
in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Joseph Ortiz, batting with one down, takes a strike. Next offering upstairs. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Liner snagged at first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it
Batting
gives
9,
and sometimes it
third
takes
baseman,
away. He did
Anthony
everything
Ziegler.
right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Anthony Ziegler. Swinging a foul straight back. Off the mark there. And it's a ball and a strike. Just off the inside edge. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Struck him out looking. Brewers go down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off
We
with
head
the
to the
Mets,
bottom of the second.
left
Here's
fielder,
Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
And that is out of play. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
And that drops in for a strike. Out to short. Sends it to first. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting 6, third baseman, Mark
And now it's Mark
Vientos.
Vientos. Fought off foul. High in the air, out to right. Freeland snags it for the second out.
Batting 7, center fielder,
Jeff McNeil stands in.
McNeil.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Just missed. That one fouled off. 2-2. 2 outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That one lifted to left. Collins should have this one. And that is the third out of the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. And we're back
Leading
out of
off
the
for
third inning.
Milwaukee,
And
right
stepping
fielder,
in
Sal
is the
Frelick.
speedy Sal Frelick. First
One ball,
offering misses
okay.
badly for ball one. Right through there for a strike. Hit hard but foul off to the left. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Chases that one out of the zone. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, when you throw the
Now
same
batting,
pitch back to back,
catcher,
that's how you
William
want to do it.
Contreras.
Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
And now it's William Contreras. Struck out swinging his first time. Up the middle. On the run. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Two down, base is empty. Here comes Christian Yelich. Singled and scored his first time. And that one misses up and in. Ball one. Fastball for a strike. Called strike right there. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Citi
Leading
Field,
off
set for the
for the
bottom of the
Mets,
third. And now the catcher
Luis
comes up to him.
Torrens.
Luis Torrens. Peralta back to work. That one finds the corner, and that's strike one. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-2. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. And there's the strike.
That's excellent location on the
One strike.
fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Ball one there.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch. And
Now
as a
batting,
hitter, you sense that they're
shortstop,
coming after you,
Francisco
not dancing around the strike zone. They
Lindor.
want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it off. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Freddie Peralta with the strikeout. Nothing doing for the Mets. And it remains 1-0. Back here in Queens, start of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Second baseman,
Next for Milwaukee, Bryce Turang. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. This to third, Vientos. Off balance feet, there's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Next for the Brewers, Isaac Collins. That's in there. Strike one. And a pitch. Line to left, and that is that. Nobody left for Milwaukee. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth, and now the DH, Starling Marte. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Freeland makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Fly to left his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Mets hitless so far in the game. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing across here this half. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back.
Leading
Top
off
five,
for
John
Milwaukee,
Sciambi with
first
Chris
baseman,
Singleton.
Jake Bauers.
And leading it off, Jake Bauers. That's in there. And that is strike one.
One strike.
That one missed. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Upstairs.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
And a ground ball to first. Alonso steps on the bag, and the leadoff man set down, and they're half of the fifth.
Shortstop Joseph Ortiz.
Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. He's 0 for 1. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swings and misses. 0-1.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting third baseman.
2 outs, base is
Anthony
empty.
Ziegler.
This is Anthony Ziegler.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Sal Frelick. 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike.
0-1.
Two outs.
That's the ball.
He swings and fouls one off. Outside corner, got him looking. Milwaukee leaves one, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. That misses off the outside edge.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Frelick running hard to get it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Next offering upstairs. And that one fouled off. Next pitch misses inside, and it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
No outs, runner at first. Now here is Mark Vientos. He's 0 for 1. Over to first, and he's saved. Just missed. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. Breaking ball misses down and away. Nimmo on at first. Nobody out. And it remains 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Swing and a miss. Struck
Now
him out.
Oh, big power guy right there, and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
McNeil in the box, lays off for ball 1. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And a count 1-2. That's down and in. A slider missed. Man at first, one away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That's down and in.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Luis Torrens in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff.
Now
Just
batting,
1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
Torrens.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Torrens goes 5 feet 11 inches, 215 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Another inning in the books, but not before they put a hit on the board and erase the no-no. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Misses inside, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Brewers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Fouled off. He was late. 1-2 to Contreras. Outside low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one out to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Fouls one off out of play back to our left. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Nimmo makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson Chourio.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 82 won't go any further, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
New
the New
pitcher
York
on
Mets.
here. Number 40.
Number 40.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for
Lane
quality pitches out of him
Bidwell.
right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jackson Chourio. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's the strike. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
And there's a ball.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
To second, pulls him off the bag.
Up next for Milwaukee, second
Recognized the
baseman,
break
Bryce
on that pitch
Terang.
early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
In the air, left field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Up next for Milwaukee, left fielder Isaac Collins.
Next for Milwaukee, Isaac Collins.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Fastball for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets 0. Back here in Queens,
Leading off
here's the
for
second
the
baseman,
Mets,
Brett Beatty.
Second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Peralta back to work. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
A little frustrated with the strike zone.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And count, ball one.
That's the ball.
Man, oh man, I don't know how
One
you
ball,
take that
2
pitch.
strikes.
That's as close as it gets.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's Francisco
shortstop,
Lindor,
Francisco
really thriving with the bat this season here at home. And that's a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Just off the outside edge. 1-1. That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, designated
Dominant performance
hitter,
for him today,
Starling
Boo. Just 2 hits
Marte.
allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first with 1 gone. Here's Starling Marte. Right down to shoot. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in
Now
front
batting,
there. Just needs to let the ball
right fielder,
travel a little more, and his timing will be
Juan
back on track.
Soto.
Good pitch for the strikeout.
Juan Soto now. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count.
0-2.
Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Huascar
Now
Brazoban.
pitching
And
for the
compared to a
Mets.
lot of other relievers,
Number
strikeouts have
43,
not been a big weapon for him this year, so the
Huascar
defense
Brazoban.
should be active.
Bowers in the box again, takes a strike. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Reed Garrett, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Stanek getting cranked up as well.
That's a ball.
Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate. And I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. Ortiz having a lot more success on the road this season. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. One down, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Chases that one, and there are 2 outs.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Anthony Siegler up now for the Brewers. 1 for 2. And that's outside, and that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on, and a foul ball. To the right side, Beatty fires over to first, and Milwaukee is set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Next offering is downstairs. Brandon Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swings through that one.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
And the tying run is on base.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
No outs. Runner at first. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Fought off foul. Right side. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
couple of hits in a row for him here. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit,
baseman,
but he got a knock
Mlb
behind it to shoot it
Envivo.
through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. That does it for Freddie Peralta. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the
Milwaukee,
Brewers bring on a new pitcher from
number
the pen,
37.
DL Hall.
These are the
DL
spots
Hall.
relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
So the tying run in scoring position now. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game
Now
and
batting,
get the first
center
hitter he
fielder,
faces. Just makes
Jeff
everything slow
McNeil.
down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
The changeup missing, and that's ball one.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Puts it in the air out towards left center, and there's two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Now a chance for Luis Torrens. And he takes a strike. Big spot. Two out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Got him! Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job getting out of the jam.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Mets.
and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the eighth.
75.
Reed Garrett.
Well, he's been a really
Reed
tough guy to take
Garrett.
deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Back to the top of the
Leading
order
off
now.
for the Brewers,
Sal Frelick
right fielder,
up now for the
Sal
Brewers.
Frelick.
0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Next offering is down low. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Contreras stands in now and watches strike one. Action in the Mets bullpen. Dedniel Nunez up and loosening in the pen. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. Outside low. And a count now even up.
2 strikes.
And the sweeper is off the plate. On the ground to first, Alonso takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Christian Yelich.
And now it's Christian Yelich. 1 for 3. And takes low for ball 1. And that one off the outside edge. Right through there for a strike. And that misses. 3 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Ground ball, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Second baseman, Brett
Paul, a
Beatty.
6'2 southpaw, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Just missed. That's out to center field. Chourio drops into the glove. 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco
And now it's Frankie
Lindor.
Ripped on the ground to second. Terang over to first in time. Lindor retired.
Now batting,
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there.
hitter,
Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Now Starling Marte. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So the inning is still alive with Juan Soto coming to the dish.
Waste no time there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Substitution being made at first. Coming in as the pinch runner, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor.
So 2 down, and now it's Juan Soto.
Right fielder.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base. I think the
Soto.
pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Next offering upstairs. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in. He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Up the middle. Throw over to Bowers. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Stanek
gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And here is Jackson Chourio.
Center fielder Jackson Chourio.
In there at the knees. Strike one. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Dedniel Nunez appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. In the air, right field. Soto sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman Bryce
Next for the
Terang.
Brewers, Bryce Terang. Ball one, no strikes. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. That misses the zone, and now 2-0. Cut on and lifted in the air. McNeil moving under this one. Hauls it in, and there's two away. Here's the left fielder, Isaac Collins.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
That one misses. Ball one.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
That to right. Soto really on his horse for it. Nabs it. And that is that. Nothing doing here this half. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Trevor McGill.
Now
and he's been really shutting
Milwaukee,
down hitters from the right side of the plate
number
this year.
29.
Not a lot of hard contact, not
Trevor
a lot of hits,
McGill.
period.
Well, one-run game, and now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Not
One
even
ball,
close
one strike.
there. And the count even 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. One-run game, bottom 9. That one not close. The count now 2-2. Got him. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
Well, the first batter, it's
Now
always a
batting,
big one for the
left
closer. I mean,
fielder,
you get that punch out, you get settled
Vivo.
in. You feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Nimmo in the box now. Takes strike one.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. On the move, heading back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, third baseman Mark Vientos.
So it's their last chance in this one. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That missed by a lot. Now 2-0.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing, you can tie up the ball game. But if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. 2 outs. McGill is just 1 strike away. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Lift it to left, and this should do it. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.